San Cristobal de la Laguna. It's such a wonderful town to visit with its many streets, shops and restaurants. One of the best places to walk is Calle Rey Obispo Redondo, even though now it's still known as La Carrera. The cathedral in all its glory sits in the center of the city. Definitely a place to visit. In part 3 of the Treasure of Atlantis, the heroines arrive at Raquel's apartment in Heraclio Sanchez, the red building halfway down and opposite the Drago Park. Raquel, Esther and Cristina barely make it through the park after being followed by Bethencourt agents. They make it inside, and there in apartment 3B they find out the full story of the goblets and of Cristina's ancestor, the dog's head, Cabeza de Perro. Once they have the full story and have briefly spoken to Miriam Bethencourt, they decide to make a run for it and get to Tegueste and Cristina's family home. As they leave, agents see them and the chase begins. Luckily enough, school kids exited the photocopy shop and momentarily blocked the path while the three heroines get in the Land Rover and escape down the road. Without stopping at the end, they passed Lemos bookstore. As Raquel drives, she skids the Land Rover to the left and down the long road next to the University of La Laguna. As they discuss the best way to go, Raquel sees the agents in a black Mercedes SUV chasing after them. Down to the bottom and then up the hill to the left. As they reached the bottom of the street and were about to cross straight over, the road became blocked by a large white van. Pulling hard on the steering wheel, Raquel took them right. The SUV was right behind them. The left-hand lane was still clear, and Raquel took advantage of it. "Oh no, the tram is coming up," Cristina screamed. "And another is coming down," Esther added. Raquel was not going to stop. "Hold on tight!" Skidding over the tracks in front of the first tram and then accelerating out in front of the second, they made it back onto La Milagrosa. The agents in the SUV were stuck in traffic. There was no way they were going to catch them now. "If we can make it through the center of town, we'll be fine," Esther said to the other two. "No way. If we want to go back into the center, we'll be trapped for sure," Raquel answered. Meandering up between the cars on the 2-lane road, Cristina shouted, "They're coming again. We're not going to make it." "Don't worry. We need to just get past the car park and the petrol station, and hopefully we'll lose them again, going up to Plaza Adelantado, then over to El Cristo, and then to Tegueste." Raquel saw the SUV getting closer. She knew that the only way she could lose them was to do something spectacular, and that was about to happen. The Land Rover jumped over the double curb and went airborne, its front wheels coming straight off the floor, monster truck style. Raquel screamed with delight. "I have always wanted to do this." Avoiding some people who were standing around in the square, Raquel went right instead of left, where a group of tourists were assembled. Avoiding the stone benches and the trees, she maneuvered around the central fountain. The SUV, on the other hand, tried to do the same, but the plastic bumper came straight off the front of the car. Then, using the broken bumper, up and onto the square they came. "They're still coming!" "Yeah? Well, they're in for a surprise soon. Just wait till we get off the square and around the corner. Just you wait and see." The single-lane road was taking them towards Plaza de Cristo. Raquel was punching the Land Rover's horn, trying to get the other cars out of the way. "Oh my God, they're right behind us! We just need to keep them off us just a little longer. We're nearly there. Look, the road's going to divide into two. We're gonna make it." The SUV pulled up alongside and started to smash into the Land Rover. The girls could see the agent smiling. Raquel leaned out of the window and looked at her Jeep. Then she looked at the SUV. Her car didn't have a scratch on it, yet the SUV had been beaten down to the bare metal. She couldn't believe it. Look, this is what I meant. The police station. The two jeeps didn't have enough room and Raquel was forced onto the pavement while the SUV went scraping down the sides of cars on the other side. We've made it to El Cristo. The police are coming running out of the station. Oh, then let's give them some time to catch up, Raquel shouted. Raquel pulled hard onto the square and the SUV followed right behind them. Now for some fun. Raquel pulled hard on the steering wheel and held on tight. The two other girls did the same. Squealing tires made them ground in donuts, left, right, and center. It was amazing, and the SUV were arrested by the police. Oh yeah.